Well, hello. Welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing Special Friday Night Edition. Got just one game for you. This one. Not the match shown on screen. Hold on. Bam. There it is. Nope, that's not how you spell scramble, Greg. There it is. Good job, Greggy. Ruben and Teddy first. Representing the Mega Milk Union.
Mega Milk, we're the union of might. Strong bones, strong wills, ready to fight. Pour it out, drink it up.
It's Ruben and his opponent, the captain of the meat bag. Trying to fix people's intros.
That sounds good.
Hop in the room if you'd like. I'll send you.
Yeah.
Make it easy on you. I can be accommodating. Woo. Yep, SLs are now good for the league.
I agree. I faced SLs yesterday in my game against Cam Murray, and
Oh, how'd it go? What was he? He's scum, right? I mean, like as a person, he's just
not
not
well
very
for
good.
me. Great for Cam.
He flew.
He
flew Boba. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm
Is he
gonna
scum?
say that I beefed it from the setup, and I thought I was gonna be cute, and I was going to kite his list with Ubel, and I ended up bumping my own ships and then not getting arc on anyone with him, and so I just got picked off one by one.
Yeah.
Moral of the
Ow.
story, your first plan is probably the good one to go with, and stick with the plan.
That actually is something that I've been trying to drill into me. Is like stop like second guessing every decision I make
Yeah.
and just like make the decision. I do that quite a bit. Like I'll set dials and I'll have a concrete plan and I'll feel good about it. And then like my opponent might be taking a little long and then I'll start second guessing myself. I'm like, no, stop it. He's the one overthinking things. Don't be the one.
Right. Yes, exactly. 100%.
Betting is open. As you can see, we've gone emo here, Nickel City X-Wing. We're going dark. We're trying to make everything color really pop off on the screen.
I was gonna say I like it. It's harkening back to what X-Wing. I imagine X-Wing would be if it came out in like the 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like MCR X-Wing.
Yeah. Got some like Evanescence playing in the background.
I mean, Dirge literally does bring himself back to life.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so much fun if we could think about which bands would be associated with which pilots. Like if they had their intro music like wrestlers, that would be awesome.
Oh my god, I would love that. Love wrestling. That's actually like
Would-
the team intros is just straight because I love wrestling entrance music.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome. I was gonna say, like, I feel like Whisper would be maybe like some of the John Cena, like,
Ooh,
Can't see
you can't
this,
see
like-
me.
yeah. That'd
Okay.
be SL Whisper for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Every time it cloaks after shooting, just play that horn blast.
All right. Well, we need an MCR. So who's like the Black Parade?
I'm trying to think of someone who's a little more relevant right now. Because like Dark Curse is kind of a gimme, but that could also fit with anybody.
Right, yeah.
Black
Any
Parade to
emo.
me, that feels like that's part of like an arc or like a swarm thing that's going on. Like
Oh, okay.
like where
Maybe
you
like
have
the CIS.
yeah, like CIS. That's a pretty good one.
Okay.
To me, that's kind of a parade of doom.
Carry on. Sometimes I get the feeling Sunfac's watching me. Boba Fett needs to be like, who's like a loner in the emo? Maybe like Bright Eyes. Just like
Ooh.
a single person, not like a band, you know. Just one
Yeah.
guy and his guitar, really tearing at your heartstrings.
That sounds good. I'm thinking for like Fen Rao or maybe for Soontir, you know, like the coming into range and I'm doing just fine.
Okay.
Gotta get down before I blink it out. Started out with the crit. How did it end up like this? It was only a crit.
It was only a crit.
Now they're flipping the deck.
That's very good. It was only a crit. It was only a crit. Now I'm behind a rock, and the range is 3. Still he shoots, and it all hits me.
We got to come out with now that's what I call X-Wing Volume 1.
Now that's what I call X-Men. That's how I know you're of a certain age, when you remember those albums.
Yeah, one of the X-Wing boomers.
I had 2 and
Django
3
Simple
personally.
Man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I had 2 because that one had like the Backstreet Boys and In Sync on it.
Yeah, and it had 2 was really good because it had some
182.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah,
Blink 182
Sheryl
was
Crow.
on 3.
But that was 3. Okay.
What's My Age Again was on number 3. Number 2 had What I Got by Sublime on it.
Yeah.
That was dope. And it
It did.
Good.
I would say now that's what I call music did have a really good mix of artists from every genre. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just whatever was popular on the radio for
just
like
the radio,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Big
I
on
think
what
2 had like
TV's
Robbie Williams Millennium.
Ooh. I have not thought about that song in a long time.
Oh, yeah, no one has. Only Greg. You know what song I guarantee none of you have thought about in at least 20 years? I'm going to name a song. And I guarantee none of you have thought about it in 20 years. And I'm going to say it, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah. Sean Mullins, Lullaby. Everything gonna be all right. Rockabye. Rockabye. What a great song that we just let fade into the night. Kyo would be run around.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a good one.
Kyo, why you wanna give me a side slip? Oh, you know how like Nam takes over people's initiatives in the Rogue?
Mm-hmm.
It could be Mambo number 5, where it's just naming all the people.
Yeah. I like that one.
Not quite 20 years, more like 19. When did that song come on? Sean Mullins, Lullaby, year. It's gotta be the 90s, right? Yeah, 98. Okay, so it hasn't quite been 30 years yet. Whatever happened to Sean Mullins? Oh, he has an album called The Gulf of Mexico, so I guess that's gonna be changed.
Oh, so I'm curious, is Teddy playing with any of the SLs? Looks
No,
like
he actually
they're all build your own.
he apologized to me when he sent me the list and was like, I didn't have time to play with any of the SLs, so I didn't bring any of them.
I will say,
Okay.
fair enough. There is a learning curve with them that I haven't figured out with some of the resistance ones. I played an opponent yesterday who was using what's the new one that you use the A-wing dial for?
Stromboli.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Stromboli. Stromaroni.
I mean, it's Stomaroni, but it's
Stromaroni. Yeah. Yeah. So we couldn't figure out. We did something weird, and it wouldn't show the barrel roll action. So we kind of had to, like, every time we were doing a barrel roll, we would pause the timer so that I would grab the range 1 ruler and then line it up and then manually, barrel roll him, because we tried to reset the pilot, everything. We just couldn't figure out how to get that working.
Tractor it next time.
The what?
Well, just use the tractor token. Way easier.
Oh no. We tried the tractor token, and the tractor
it
token
literally wouldn't work. Like nothing was working. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And this might have been just, a weird glitch in our game specifically.
Right.
But yeah, so but I know that that's the only one I've run into any issues with, because everything else is pretty straightforward. Like there's not too many changes to the actual like action economy, except for like the new Poe and stuff.
626 Productions. 18 months. Who's 626 Productions? I would know someone that's been subscribed for 18 months. What? Where is that from?
Yeah, thank you.
Where's 626 area code? Let's figure it out. Andre. It's not Andre. San Gabriel Valley in Los Angeles County.
Wow. Paul Rudd, thank you for the
Paul Rudd.
subscription.
Paul Rudd, yeah. It's Paul Rudd. Rebrand. I'm a little worried for Merle, because even though he's going to reduce Oddball's attack, it's just like, See, I don't like this for ZZ either, because Tucker just kind of blocked her escape from a nice little straight move here from Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's Sean. Bold move. He can get away with that because he's shooting first and he'll get a token after. But it's risky. Did you get in range? Oh, little too fast. Little too fast. Fortunate for Rick.
Yeah, luckily there's not anything that's pointed at him. But yeah, you're giving up some of those good shots.
So for Stomaroni, if you did it in the restriction, it would be like R for roll, left or right. So say you wanted to go left, RL, and then 1, 2, 3. 1's forward, 2's middle, 3's back. So it would be like RL2 in the description. So Zori is going to copy Poe's target lock, and I'm assuming Poe's going to spend the 2 and focus himself. They're just going to try and nail down. Yeah, get your bets in, because I think we're about to have like a jousty joust here. Maybe the joust
this is
to end all jousts.
This is going to be a big turn.
Yeah. Wonder if Nimi's gonna go into. Gosh, I don't love any of this. I don't love this for the resistance. I'll say that. I'm not a huge fan of this for the resistance. Poe should get the first shot here.
Yeah, I mean the good thing that it has going for the resistance is that they are all into oddball, which is the prime target to eliminate in this list.
And I do believe oddball is down 1 die here for having Merle in the bullseye. That's how that works, right? He's got Merle in bullseye, so he rolls 1 less.
Correct. Yeah.
It's a very weird interaction on a ship. It always gets me.
Right. Yeah, because that's the one spot you're trying not to put your ships usually, but getting a benefit for it is
How do you transfer the reinforce? How do you do that?
Okay, so he's pointing out the.
Oh, shit. Corky allows him to transfer the reinforce. What a play! I mean, that's
that is
quality.
Huge.
Yeah, you can say fucked up here.
All right.
It's fine. So he spends and takes 1? No, he took 2.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is he debating on whether he's spending or if he can spend?
Oh, this is a good shot.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna look at Corky in the break here. I don't think so the bullseye ability on the Y-Wing, I think, actually comes into play. I don't think these can be negated at all.
Modified? No. With wartime loadout, I don't believe so. Yeah, so they're pulling,
cannot be canceled by evade results.
Yep.
Now, as far as I understand, reinforce adds a crit? Or adds an evade result?
No. Because it can't be. You can't. I don't think reinforce is an evade.
No, I think it
because
does.
They can't be canceled down to 1.
Reinforce adds an evade.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop in before we get too far. Okay,
confused.
Yeah. Weapons failure and fuel leak. So he took damage as if he couldn't block it, which I believe is actually correct.
Yeah. Oh, so it still counts.
Yeah. So reinforce adds an evade, but like you can't go to 0.
To 0, right? 1. Okay, so it adds 1 evade result to his defense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I think that's how that works.
That's what, according to the X-Wing Miniatures wiki, it says that's what it is.
So, I mean, that's a devastating barrage into oddball. Still Nimi and Merle to shoot. Rick Ollie now. Gonna probably, I think you just pile into Nimi here. Got a good 3 shots, maybe. Yeah.
All right, so on the Atomic Mass Games forum from Chris M.
Okay.
The die result added as a result of the reinforced token is a form of dice modification. Neither Dead to Rights nor a ship locked by midnight would allow a ship to use reinforce to add an evade result, even while defending.
So it's
So then that means wartime load. Yeah, so wartime loadout negates reinforce, just in the same way that midnight and Dead to Rights negate reinforce. I did not know that with Dead to Rights either. That's good to know.
yeah. I knew Dead to Rights ignored the reinforced token.
Mm-hmm.
I always kind of suspected why it just never really comes up.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, because technically, yeah, reinforce is an addition of results with the specialty of just it reduce damage to 0.
I love NTX, but it's not a good day. I'm so out of it on meds and alcohol. Well, maybe don't combine meds and alcohol. Listen, I'm pro alcohol and I'm pro meds, but like,
yeah,
one at a time.
I have there. It could be out there, but I have yet to find a medication that says you should drink alcohol with this.
Yeah. Maybe keep them separate. Gotta keep them separated. And we'll get a. Oh, okay. Well, I think that was Nimi just rolling 1,000.
Whoa! Yeah, all the evades.
Yes, that is actually what that song is about. Do you actually know what that song's about? The Offspring song? You gotta keep them separated. It's the most ridiculous thing. Hey, don't pay no mind. You're under 18 and we'll be doing it in time. Hey, come out and play. Dexter was, he's like a biochemical guy. He's got like a degree and shit.
Yep. Yeah, he's a doctorate. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole gotta keep him separated thing came from he was like working in a lab and he had chemicals he wasn't allowed to mix. So he would just go to himself like, oh, gotta keep them separated.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that.
So Neem's gonna take the synced laser cannon. I mean, it's not a good shot. Into Jag. I think I would just tried to pile on oddball here.
Even with the reinforce, that I think that is still the better call. But even with 2 hits, that's still. Yeesh.
And I believe Tucker should get a barrage rocket here. Yeah, barrage rocket Tucker.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt too. Well, it depends on the roll, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Nimi should feel the impact of this, and I can't remember if the Lat had Nimi in arc. It's pretty close, but I think that's probably out of range. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, so you already checked the Lat. If it was in, it would not be. So Nimi will take a crit, so this hasn't come without a price for the resistance.
Yep.
And that crit is a panicked.
Oh.
You don't love that if you're Nimi, who especially relies on the focusing.
Yes. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Also, yeah, making your next turn predictable too in front of those arcs is not great.
Yep, Jag will get a lock on Nimi again, because Jag can just do that indefinitely, forever. And last but not least, the arc is going to shoot. I mean, it's 2v whatever you want here. Looks like it's going to be in Merle. It's not even last. I forgot that Merle actually gets to shoot as well. Merle evades.
Got it, yeah.
And I believe this is going to be into oddball.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And you chose Ferrosphere instead of Optics, which is a perfectly normal thing to choose.
especially if you're going to be hanging out and, well, I mean, because Ferrosphere is negated by that bullseye, but I guess you just don't want people piling on the locks.
All right, so we got a damage sensor array. That triggers the fuel leak. So Oddball is down to 2, which is why I really thought Nimi should have shot Oddball.
Yeah.
And they'll each get 1 point for the scenarios. So this was an interesting joust. It did not come without a cost here for either side.
For sure. It's going to, I think, next turn really come down to road if Poe can't get Oddball off the table at I6.
I mean, I've never seen a
Oddball,
more one forward for Poe and Zori in my life.
for sure. 100%. But that's going to be crucial. If Ruben keeps Oddball around, or at least gets to shoot next turn, that's going to be a great boon for the Republic.
Let me read Corky Trees. After a friendly ship in your front arc at range 1 to 2 becomes the defender, you may transfer 1 green token to it. Hence the
Reinforce.
reinforce going to it. Now, where to get the reinforce from? Oh, he's got the red reinforce. Yeah, he's got the red reinforce action. While friendly ship in your front 180 at range 1 to 2 defends, if you obstruct the attack, the defender rolls 1 additional defense die. It's a pretty good card we never really see used.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that definitely saved Oddball's life. Oddball canceled way more than 1 or 2 damage there, so.
100%.
So weapons failure and damage sensor array. Now, I mean, Oddball wasn't going to do much other than focus anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You might choose here. If I'm Oddball, I think I might dial in the 4 forward because it's gain a lock. It's not doing action, right?
I am.
So when you do the red. After you fully execute a red maneuver or perform a red action, you may choose the friendly ship at range 0 to 3. Oh, I guess your thing would trigger off the red focus, so you can do that. So I just go like 3 forward, bump, get the lock. See if you can't get Poe to bump range 1 and hope you can tank it.
Yeah, become the defender, try to get that reinforce again.
Have a better night, Lambolo. Don't mix drugs and alcohol. This too shall pass. I will be drinking later, though. Just for the record, not against alcohol. Pro alcohol. I'm for it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I, in the Midwest here, was up in Monroe, Wisconsin, and they have one of the oldest still operating breweries in the Midwest there. So I got some of their Huber Bock that was big. They're using the recipe from 1849.
Damn. Drinking
That's
like
pretty
a Civil War soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lager but it has like a full body to it.
I don't really know beer. So when people say things like my lager has a full body to it, I just think the most impure thoughts.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, that beer be sexy.
I mean, they make it look that way in ads with like the, condensation on the glass.
Oh yeah, that's what I always hate about fast food. I've never had a fast food burger look like a commercial ever.
Ever, because they're painting that like miniatures with airbrushes. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah, it's like None of that is edible or actually food, whatever they're
For sure.
photographing.
Yeah.
You know, there are some folks who know about beer and make those associations. Sure, there are. Name 3. I like my beer like I like my woman, full-bodied and bitter. Man. I also have a I like my woman like I like my beer joke, but I don't want to say it.
Hmm. All right. Yeah. So it looks like Merle at least going forward to possibly lock
Yeah, I think
in the bump.
I think he's trying to get Jag stuck on the cloud here, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
think you're also just lining yourself up for a banger from Rick. Teddy winning this road is actually pretty huge because that means Zori's going to move first and maybe occupy a space that Rick would be able to move into.
Yeah. Yeah, that totally negates the ability to bump Poe or Zori.
I think you barrel roll Vade Tucker here just to get out of the way of Rick, unless Rick went straight. But I think Rick probably 3-banked. Yeah, get Tucker out of the way so Rick actually has a place to go.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Zori's got a chance to just one hard and maybe pop herself behind. Wow, what a 4K. What a call.
Big brain move there.
Yeah, and I think that's the exact one forward that needed from.
All right. We're claiming.
Claiming, since she already has a lock, she'll pull
Yeah.
focus and she'll just copy the focus.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. No, that's... You need those points.
Gonna rotate. Yeah, if Zori and Poe can't do 2 damage to a 1 die, oddball. Four forward. Oddball jumps Merle, which is, I mean, good.
Gets the target lock.
Yeah, should get the target lock. I just think you could have achieved the same thing. You don't get the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he flip R4P? Yeah, he did. He flipped R4P. So he can take the focus target lock. So I guess same difference. So he does get to give someone a target lock. Can he give it to himself?
I don't know if you... I mean, that also might be risky in just case Poe gets you.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Poe's almost certainly going 1 forward here.
Mm-hmm.
The target lock focus, if he doesn't get oddball off the table. All right, so he's gonna give Tucker a lock on Zori. Is that how that works? I thought it had to be someone between 0 and 1 of them. If you fully execute a red maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 and an enemy ship at 0 to 1. Okay, no, he did exactly correct, and I'm the one who's wrong. Yet again, this should be the death of Mimi. Mimi should not survive this.
Yeah.
Lambolo, don't donate right now while you're inebriated. Save it for when you're in a better spot.
Oh boy, yeah. That's the
Yeah, so I think
Go on the
Nimi
three
and
bank in.
Oddball should both die. And I mean, it's a relatively even game. Nimi is, I think, only 4, so advantage resistance, I guess. But
Yeah, that's the trait. I mean, it shuts down Oddball's sharing shenanigans. I think the question is, does Oddball at least get to shoot on his way out?
I think it's a massive disappointment if Poe double modded can't sneak 2 in here.
100%.
And yeah, that's a kill.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even need to spend your focus here. Or actually just save it. Okay, sure. Completely superfluous.
And it was, meant to be. All right, there we go.
All right, so Oddball is initiative killed.
Yeah. I'd say, the advantage does swing a little bit in Teddy's favor.
Yeah. Lambolo, thank you. If you wake up tomorrow and you regret it, let me know. I will refund it.
Yeah, that was an incredible donation.
Yes. I'm a little afraid that he's looking bad.
Not in the right mind, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll keep that to the side and give him some time to think about it.
For sure.
Hull breach from ZZ into Tucker.
Oh, good thing he spent that evade.
Yeah, this is just going to be Zori going into the lap. Zori choose maybe the dorsal. Go into Jag. So this is going to be your classic 3v2.
Okay.
And not going to spend the lock?
Okay.
Or not going to spend the focus?
Hmm.
I'm a little confused, but that's the price we pay for this. This is a game.
Well, the damage goes through.
Got one more into Jag. So now it should turn to Rick. And Rick should just about be able to finish off. Well, I guess only 3 here. Rick's rolling 4. Oh no, Rick's not rolling 4. Rick's rolling 3. Because they both did a 3. So this will be a 3v2. Rockets. Oh yeah, that's a good call. And Rick will spend that lock. Did Rick take R2C4? Is that evade a calculate? Sure it is. And he can spend the evade for 1. So hit crit coming in. Rick also does have outmaneuver, so it's actually a
the 1 die.
Yeah, 1 die on Zori.
Okay. So guaranteed crit.
Is not modified. go through. So damaged engine on Zori. Not Zori, on Mimi. And
Yeah.
this shot should kill it here. Range 1 from Jag with a target lock. Lambolo, don't do anything right now, Lambolo. We're okay. We're doing good on subs. Got 100 subs this month.
Solid already. Oh, and there you go.
There. That's Nemi. Goodbye, Nemi. You're my favorite T70. That isn't named Stromboli. Thank you, Lambolo.
I'd say I had a ton of fun loading, flying Venice Dozar.
Oh yeah, Vanessa is really cool. I just think Nemi at I2 with like her ability is like really cool.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of all of. Yeah. I mean, she's a good target to shoot too, but I'm always a big fan of those low initiative but high damage output ships because they can just really mess with your opponent's targeting priority and draw shots away from more valuable higher initiative pieces too. Like Wampa is always great for that.
Yeah, it's an excellent point. Just kind of I call that like the Lord of the Rings, like the Sauron defense, where you're like, draw its eye away.
Yeah.
When they're marching the Black Gate. It's kind of what Nemi does. It's a little bit what Wampa does.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not smart, so I'm really great at ignoring those ships and going for the high values. Just make a jersey I can wear on my body. I should make a jersey. I'm actually going to look into that. I want Nickel City jerseys.
All right, so now is that looks like it's going into Zori, so this is where saving the focus is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, one. How's it getting 3 dice? Sure. Do you have trick shot?
Range 3 obstructed.
Oh yeah, tricky.
Oh no,
trick
it's
shot.
just
trick shot on Tucker. So. Oh, that was on Poe.
Oh.
He got one through.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. Put one through on Poe. Did the lat shoot? Let's see if the lat shot. No bag. Rolled 3 dice. Got one crit, 1 hit.
I wonder if that was that first die roll that we saw. That was the lats.
Yeah. Oh, he got 1 eye on that attack. I'm gonna look into the NCX jersey because I actually do like hockey jerseys a lot, and would
that would be cool. I do enjoy my 312 like baseball jersey, but I think it'd be really cool to have hockey jerseys and then like soccer jerseys as well.
I'd want I'd want more of a hockey jersey than like a baseball jersey. I know Nick loves that silly sport. So 2-1, the objective's there.
Also, yeah, GSP has the baseball style one too. So I think it's about time that we get some other jersey style representation in there.
We're going to do a whole line of NCX formal wear.
I actually would absolutely buy an NCX tie.
God, that's also not a bad idea. Streamlabs let me do a tie.
I feel that would actually be really cool.
I mean, I'm never gonna wear it, but having it would be great. Merch.
So yeah, buddy HG, we mentioned this like a little bit earlier, where Teddy apologized for not having any of the SL cards.
I can't believe we haven't seen a Stromboli on stream yet. Accessories, maybe? Forget.
I like the
Headbands? Why
there's no
headbands?
ties in NCX. Actually, having a tie that says there's...
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then
Would be
thin
fun.
athletic
Also,
jersey I can wear it big or small. Let's see what Streamlabs offers in the jersey department. Product. Hoodies and jackets, maybe? Is that kind of like a catch-all where a jersey is? So I'd have to go outside Streamlabs is what I think I'm looking here. Does anyone need a sports bra? NCX sports bra. Anybody? No? Okay. Oh, jerseys. They make joggers though? You titled your company jerseys and they're
wait,
custom jerseys.
Isn't jerseys just like a generic fabrics company though?
I don't know. I'm not. This is not me. I don't like it, but I think baseball might be the ideal way to go. It's like light. You can like move in it. It's not baggy, so you're not gonna knock shit over while you're playing. Let's see what hockey is. Hockey one is so nice. Can we get custom?
Bowling shirts. Ooh. I feel like bowling shirts would be good for like to organize that among the teams if you're in the draft league.
Listen, I should absolutely do. Well, I'm in a bowling league. I should absolutely do a bowling shirt. You're not wrong.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, we have our one of our foremost X-wing bowlers.
Custom bowling jerseys.
I'm a fan of any sport
look
that
at
they
this.
air on. Yeah. As I'm a fan of any sport that they can air on Christmas and that you can also drink beer while doing.
That really is like the biggest draw.
That was the biggest draw for me when my work had a softball league. Is we showed up to it with like a case of beer and stuff, and we were hanging out. And the other companies that we were playing against, though, were taking it way more seriously than us. We're like, hey, vibe is a little different.
So Teddy has now claimed all 3 objectives.
That's huge.
I imagine this is going to be a claim back. And it is.
I mean, yeah, you're really putting the pressure on your opponent right there.
Okay, it's a big claim round, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, most of it is now Teddy's ships are pointed out of the fight. So that's kind of the more prudent thing to do. Now that's all right. We are rolling because it'll be interesting to see then where Rick is going.
See, part of me thinks this has got to be a barrel roll and just try to gum up the works, right?
Right, yeah, like barrel roll in, and then that allows Rick to even just fill in that gap.
This might be one of the rare times where like a nice little one bank from Rick is like the move.
Prudent, yeah. I mean, honestly, this is like not a 3 overshoots everybody, so and puts you in danger. I mean,
I'll send you my address. I'll DM you.
yep, there it is.
Yeah, I like this.
Ooh,
I like this
and
a
it
lot.
fits against the rock like that too. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
We had an interesting situation the other day where a mine hit a nub, and apparently nubs count for everything but range.
Really?
Yeah, like we had a lot to debate. It was like one of the hot topic in chat. But like, does this prox mine hit?
Right.
was
When
like,
are
it's-
nubs
it's-
part of the ship?
And then apparently nubs count for all of that except for
Except for firing range, yeah.
except for range, yeah.
Hmm.
That's huge. That's a great block. Love
I
to see
had,
that.
yeah.
Wow. I mean, that barely fit. Impressive that it fit. The evade. I think you boost behind so you can kind of 3-turn here.
Yeah,
Next
you
turn?
set it up for next turn.
What's a shame is I don't think anyone's going to be able to actually shoot to give Oddball, or not Oddball, Tucker the focus.
Yeah.
So Tucker's just going to be going blind.
So,
I think I definitely would have boosted
I'm a
there
little-
to also just get out of the dorsal of Zori.
yeah. See, I'm a little surprised that Zori was just doing the one straight there.
Tucker
Unless-
does have trick shot, so he'll get the extra dice, but he won't be able to focus. And this is a Predator
Or double
reroll.
bump.
1 into Jag, so that's the last shield on Jag. ZZ now. 2 dice. And has optics. Go ahead and spend that optics. Crit now into Jag.
Ooh.
That crit is a fuel leak.
Oh. That's a rough one.
Yeah, I don't love it. And then, of course, the range 0 is going to trigger it. This is my least favorite thing about X-Wing, range 0 shots.
Yeah.
Not a fan. That's going to do 3 damage. And another crit. 1.
Yeah, that was
Console fire and another damage. So Jag down
Just
to
a-
2 because of the range 0. It just feels so bad.
for sure. That's just an absolutely punishing fuel leak.
Yeah.
So I don't dislike range 0 entirely. I do think that some ships should be eroded. Like, it feels wrong that Concordia face off doesn't work at range 0, that it's only range 1.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Like, I feel like it should be 1 to 0, but that's also, could be a get good for me to fly things better.
I mean, maybe a get good, but also it's just kind of like,
It's like they're for a knife fighting ship, it feels like it's their thing, is at least to get in close.
I just like imagine like what would happen if your gun was right up against the thing you're shooting. Like you would blow up your own gun. So like to me, it just doesn't
Yeah,
make sense.
Well, So what it is like if you've ever played Star Wars Squadrons, you can get into these really tight turning fights if you're, in a TIE fighter, an interceptor with an A-wing, where you are turning so tightly that their field of view, like for a split second, will bob in front of your guns before you're turning on each other. So you can get these like weird chip shots in, but it's not really enough to do like a bunch of damage. So to me, that I felt that range one in that context is actually really thematic in terms of dogfighting when you are in those like super tight turning battles where the person on the inside gets the split second uh, vector of fire, but it's not enough to do any like sustained real damage.
Yeah, it's trying to bring. It's like the never-ending quest in trying to bring 3D to a 2D game, and I don't know. I think just at that point, you just gotta go with what feels good and what feels bad, and it just kind of feels bad to me.
Yeah.
Range Zero shouldn't do crits.
Should do crits. I agree with that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people who have like Range Zero should do a maximum of 1 damage. Range Zero shouldn't be able to do crits. Blah blah blah. It's not like I disagree with any of it. It's just that like it seems so complicated. Rather than you just shouldn't be able to shoot Range Zero, like.
Yeah, I've been following some of the discourse that's been going on on Discord around this as well, like in some of the XWA streams, and I do also get that like Range Zero shooting makes lower initiative ships worse, and so adding it back in does return some agency to those like lower initiative ships, and I agree with that too. So yeah, I do think that
it's a little more incentive to fly lower initiative.
Correct. Yeah, if you can, it makes the bumping game valuable. Now, I still think the bumping game is still valuable in X-Wing and still has its place. It's still a powerful thing to do, but it does put those smaller ships in significantly more danger now. But yeah, any change, I agree. Like Party Bus Fanatic, any change to Range Zero is going to have huge ramifications on the game of X-Wing.
You know what I actually think I would really like is you can no. Okay. Tell me if this is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should be able to shoot up sizes. So if you're a small ship and you're Range Zero of a medium ship, you shouldn't be able to shoot that ship.
Oh, I would almost say the opposite is true. I would go that you can't shoot down because, like, if you're a smaller ship, it's much easier to get a sight on a larger, slower ship than it is for that larger ship to, outmaneuver a smaller ship.
Yeah, but if you're a smaller ship banged into a bigger ship, your ship is the one that's going to be damaged.
I mean, I don't read Range Zero as a contact. I read Range Zero as a extremely close knife fight. It's not like even a near miss. It's like in dogfighting when you even have like two planes that are doing the scissors maneuver where they're so close to each other.
It's just like a brief flyby or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like that's how in my mind, that's how I'm reading Range Zero to be, is these really tight maneuvers that you only have a brief window to get a shot on, but you can't, there's no aiming, there's not, like, it is the equivalent of hip firing, basically.
I just think with the way the dice are designed,
I mean, it incentivizes. Yeah. I mean, I think that they tried to balance.
You're talking about scissoring. This is a family channel. First of all, it ain't. Just never been.
Your dad never put on the History Channel, like the maneuver. It is an actual aerial maneuver called scissoring.
channel is all about scissoring. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Pro.
is.
Yeah.
Lambolo, I do not know. No, I see you number one on the leaderboard.
I think that they did try to mitigate it. That's why you're allowed to modify defense die, but not the attack die.
Oh, yeah, for sure they tried to mitigate it. I just think that more often than not, it becomes a deadly shot, like we just saw.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's a deadly shot, and it becomes for ships without shields. Like this is where I mean, Zizor, yeah. Oof. All right, I mean, even with that bump, it looked like Teddy really came out of that one unscathed, and
Yeah.
Ruben was completely punished by that. I thought excellent block.
Yeah, that's kind of like the crux of the matter was like I think that was absolutely great flying by Ruben, and he's the one who
Yeah.
paid for it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's the Chernobyl meme of I did everything right,
Yeah.
but we did everything right. Ugh.
Yes, they got them. Thank you, Lampolo. I got a screenshot if you want it of you being number one on it. I can see it on my desktop.
Yeah, this is going to be a big turn for Teddy to also reclaim all those objectives too, or at least reclaim the one that's in the center for sure. And Zori and Poe are still pretty healthy, so I think Ruben to get back in this is going to have his work cut out for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure how
Wait.
Ruben really recovers here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that Zori's probably your easier target. But boy, I mean, Jag on 2, Hull, Tucker on 3. Rick it's got to maneuver to get back in the fight. And Ruben, yeah, is drifting farther away from the objective tokens. I mean, honestly, at this point, I wonder, Rick probably is just going to the left just to make sure that he's not falling behind on objectives at this point, or going up the table just to make sure that Teddy doesn't claim that center objective, or to take it back at least. But yeah, I mean, you also have to, I mean, I don't dislike that either. I think you have to take either Zori or Poe off the table. I just think you're going to have an easier time with Zori, and then just really hope that you're not falling behind on those objectives.
Good bump there. So as it stands, Ruben does have all 3 objectives right now. I imagine Poe is going to grab, spend 2, and then focus, and let Zori copy the focus.
And then Merle is going to go grab that center one.
Next turn, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Next turn, yeah.
And I imagine Zori copies his focus, unless Zori wants the ability to turn. It looks like she does, so 4 dice into Jag.
Oh.
And, I mean, Jag's almost at death.
Yeah. So look, and then the one closest to our bottom board edge, that looks like that's Teddy's. All right.
That'll do it.
Yep. Yeah, Poe has been deadly this
Monster.
game with those initiative. Yeah,
Yeah, just an absolute
with those
monster.
high initiative attacks.
And I mean, if
Yeah,
you think about it,
that
Poe has gone nothing but straight. Poe and Zori have literally not done a turn or a
Yep.
bank.
Hey, I mean, you know, when two people joust, one of them's wrong.
Sad but true.
Yeah, this one. I mean, so this one is kind of okay that Teddy didn't bring any SLs or even SL Poe because it wouldn't have even mattered.
All right, so Rick is going to get to shoot now. We'll get to find out who the target is. I imagine it's going to be Poe, but it could go Zori. I would go Poe just because I think you might get a barrage rocket or a trick shot
Yeah.
here from Tucker on Poe as well. To
Well,
really hammer him.
and if you're Ruben, I think you're going for the highest upside play, and for this one,
Yeah.
Poe is the ship that if he sticks around longer is going to become more of a problem for you, and has already been a huge problem. So the
Poe
upside play is
only 5 points.
yeah.
but-
So is Zuri, but if you can get Poe off, it's easier to take Zuri down next round.
And we should get lat rerolls here. Well,
And you'll need them.
so for 2. And the tyranny of 1 agility. Zori will just take 1. That should
Yeah.
give Tucker a focus action, and it does. Zori now gonna use the dorsal turret to fire at Tucker. Nothing there. Nice little range 0 shot here for ya boy. 2 hits. Again, punished for doing good. Spends the evade. And we go to the 2s because all the 3s have been killed. Zori's still the target.
Yeah, Deslin 9 to kill those 3s. I3 seems to be it's the most dangerous initiative for pilot.
It's like no man's land.
A little bit, yeah. Because I mean, there's so many amazing, good I4s out there that can just bully you.
Oh man, I really wish
But you
everything
don't
had been
have-
into Poe. This would be such a banger. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Looks-
gotta
looks-
continue into.
Unobstructed.
It's unobstructed to Zori, obstructed to Poe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like,
Ooh, okay. All right, girl.
if you're Ruben, it's not wrong. Like, just taking Zuri out is easier, but I think for long term of the game, Poe might have been, while it's a less likely to be destroyed choice, still has the winning upside.
Damage sensor array. So now it'll be 2-1 on objectives, and we'll head into round 6. Killing Zori. Zori is 4 in XWA or 5.
I thought she was, she's 4. Yeah, wow.
Well, the overlay is still displaying AMG points on a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that.
But 12 loadout is really great for 4.
Yeah, not bad.
Super good value. Yeah, I mean, so if Zori's 4, because I don't know, I'd say she feels good at 5.
I don't think she's played at 5 personally. I mean, we would, if we made her 5, we would definitely up her loadout. But
Oh,
I think
for sure.
I think we learned pretty early on at 5, just no one was taking her.
Yeah, that's fair. But then, yeah, so going this third turn, though, she's only worth 4 points, too.
Yeah, she might be another one that's closer to like 4.5, just a classic in betweener.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Halo? I never played Halo. I just like completely missed it.
Yeah, I had played PS2 as like my console, so I never really played Halo either. I played, my shooter of choice was GoldenEye on the N64.
Gosh. So I liked GoldenEye. I did not like it. I loved Star Fox multiplayer versus.
Star Fox was great. Never got into the multiplayer though. That sounds awesome.
Oh my god. So this is back in the day when it's like it divides your screen into like 4 boxes.
Oh,
and everyone
sorry,
has their own box.
co-op. Yes. Yeah, that was, I loved couch co-op games. Star Fox was the best. Yeah.
Yeah. It was, so we had a friend named Tatsuya, and for some reason he got all his N64 games from Japan. So they were all in Japanese, but they had like so much extra shit. Like he got these like tanks. So Star Fox has tanks, and you got to be a tank in like the verses. Oh, God,
that's cool.
We spent so much time playing that shit. There's Diddy Kong Racing, which was superior to Mario Kart in every way. Then there's a game with like those little green army men. I loved that game. I do not know.
Army Men.
It might actually be called. For some reason, I love the game, but I think my favorite N64 game was WCW NWO Revenge, a wrestling game.
Really good wrestling games.
Yeah, just
they had
the
really
whole N64 had great wrestling games. Or Toy Story, Army Men. No, this wasn't the Toy Story one, I don't think.
No.
I mean, I could be wrong.
But it's no, it's not. It's its own thing. But it is Army Men. They started off as a PC game. And it's just like the classic like green versus tan like scenarios. Yeah.
Man, they really tried to train us young.
They did it because when it came out, like this is the ESRB rating, so to like escape like the mature rating, they could get teen if it was plastic soldiers and not like realistic combat.
Yeah, because I remember there were flamethrowers and like mortars and that shit. Like,
yeah, no, it was crazy for plastic Army Men. Yeah, Army Men Sarge's Heroes for the N64.
What a world.
Also, I really enjoyed the pod racing game.
Oh yeah, that game is really good.
It is really good.
Man, this is a back and forth objective battle.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Ruben, yeah, that's how you play it, and then if you're Teddy, that's the best way to put pressure.
I don't like this for Zori because she can't do anything but focus. I mean, you basically get a banger on on Tucker, and then you go out like a punk. But
but Tucker's only down to 3.
Yeah, and that's a pretty decent shot here
with a hull breach. So,
I assume it's gonna claim. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So 2 now belong to Teddy, 1 belongs to Ruben. I kind of feel for Ruben. It feels like he's fighting an uphill battle, trying to like play objectives and also shoot.
I mean,
he's debating how greedy he wants to get here, but I think you gotta go Zori if you can get her off right now.
Yeah,
And
because Tucker still has a shot on
Poe, yeah.
Poe at least, and I mean
Bullseye too.
Tucker might
So
not be able to. Right. Also, I mean, there's a chance that Zori takes out Tucker before he can even shoot.
and yeah,
But
that
you
is
have to.
outmaneuvered. So
Mhm.
beautiful. Down goes Zori. Now not initiative killed, which is unfortunate for Tuck.
But he's got a better shot.
Yeah, and he gets the focus that he can be not shy on spending here. Oh, that's such a bail. That's really good for him.
Ooh. Wow. Zori going out with a little bit of a whimper on that one. Okay, so that's huge.
You know, it's not going out. Well, okay, nope. That crit rolled over. So 2 hits, 1 evade. It is going to be face up on Tucker though,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a wounded pilot, which I believe is the will make you roll when you do actions.
Before you engage, yeah,
After you do an action, you roll for stress. I believe that is.
yes.
Who's your wingman? This is Andrew Kuba.
Hello. No, I always and then council fire is the before you engage.
Yeah.
Roll for damage.
Kuba and I had a really good workers' rights conversation at Worlds 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'd spend an extra charge here for this reroll, and he will. Yes. 3 hits coming into Poe. And that is an eye and nothing. So 3 into Poe. That is a
Wow.
huge swing.
Wow. So you're saying there's a chance?
And then 2-1 on the score for Teddy. So I've got 16-15 as we enter turn 7.
Oh, is Ruben missing one?
He got himself 4 points for Zori. Then he has
One
that
objective.
I'm gonna go Tom.
Oh, it looks like they're correcting it.
Really?
Maybe.
Hey.
So
I think it's 16-15 because Ruben has this bottom objective.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Just a case of being locked in. Okay, so what I really like here is you got a full health 212 battalion that can turn in and start providing rerolls.
Yep.
Rick, I'm not sure Rick. Okay, so what Rick could do is go like 5 forward and claim, which would be very helpful and basically ties the game if there's no other points.
Yeah.
And then you kind of send. I'm thinking I like that a little more than the one bank and then trying to just shoot Poe. Although you kill Poe here, that's game.
That's right.
But I think you have to tie the game before you go all in. This is stressful. This is Ruben's really made this a hell of a game.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of swings both ways this game for sure. I mean, this is one of those rare games where you also just see a lot of not objective play and lots of dice being thrown around on the board.
Yeah, since they decided to kind of, I didn't even see that was timer. I purposely obfuscate the timer. So now I think if you're Ruben, you have to claim here. You have to go for the claim because
That's your guarantee.
that's your guarantee of at least extending this game 1 round.
Yeah.
And neither A-Wing can get to a claim here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might
And
claim with Tucker and then use Rick to shoot and give Tucker the focus. That might be a better plan. Poe is just not in a great spot. He's in a great spot to run away. And I think that might be what he does here.
If you're Teddy, I'm running with Poe because you're already up on points.
Here's the thing: I'm turning this lat in, and I'm sending him to that middle objective next turn. So next turn, I'm planning on owning all three.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're Teddy though, too, with ZZ, maybe do that like one hard, see if you can block that lat.
Just stay stressed.
Yeah, and
Won't
just
be able
make
to
sure
shoot,
that you can't.
but I mean, you're kind of counting on your agility to just save you against a 2 dice lat here.
Yeah, exactly. But you're at least preventing that lat from getting near that center objective.
Yeah, that's a sound play. This is an interesting turn. It will be the last turn, unless, of course, we are tied. Road,
but yeah,
really doesn't matter anymore.
Like this
whole self bump from Burrow. I mean, not for nothing, but a lucky shot now.
Oh, and takes it. Yeah, that makes it a little weird. But I mean, you are covering that block in the lat from.
You got a claim, right? Mm-hmm. Now, an interesting thought is, what if Poe goes one forward and claims back, and then just tries to survive? Don't hate that idea at all, either.
Yeah, I mean, the downside is not having dice mods, and if you lose Poe, that's it. You're gonna get an outmaneuvered Rick, so you're only rolling one.
Oh, you have to claim.
So maybe the plan is now to claim with Rick, or
maybe. All right,
or I mean, Ruben might just be going for the guaranteed win. Trying to catch Poe.
Yeah, if Poe just won forward, I don't think he ends up in any kind of
I think
here.
Ruben's counting on Poe to make a big run.
I'm Captain Cash now. I can deal with that.
Ooh, good. Is that a promotion?
Well, I was Captain Potty Mouth, so it's more like a side grade. But,
yeah, Captain Cash. Yeah, that's I'd say that's an upgrade.
Starboard slash your own ship. Do it, you coward.
Okay, yeah, that's a good maneuver. I wasn't sure if that fit to clear the stress.
I like the barrel roll. It puts you in good position for that bottom objective next turn.
And it looks like you might have arc on
and you
Tucker
get
now.
arc on Tucker. All right, Rick, what'd you do, bud? Just the one. No! Oh, that's devastating.
Oh no.
That's game.
Was that a one hard or one bank?
That was a one bank.
Oh, brutal. Wow. So, wow.
And Poe.
Brutal. Just by the nut, like the edge.
Man.
Yeah. But Ruben
Poe would have had to claim and then use his ability, and now he won't really get to. And you would have had an outmaneuver shot from Rick and a shot and outside chance that Poe's actually in arc.
Right, and Ruben, it looks like it's out. Yeah, and then Ruben did a great job anticipating Poe's run too. So,
Yeah.
oof. I mean,
2 into Merle. Heroic. Oh. Merle to 1. It's gonna be
Wow.
this close for Ruben.
wow.
All right, so it's
Well,
not.
and it's going to be this close for Teddy. I mean, if you're Teddy looking at this, you're kind of also seeing a win slowly slip away from you. It's been a heck of a game for both players.
And Poe is gonna shrug off that shot.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Wow.
And it's gonna end up being 18 to 16 as a final. And yeah, this is the what could have been check from Rick. Oh,
Yeah,
the what could
they're
have
setting
been
it.
check.
All right, so they're setting it. Yep.
Which means
two-
Poe
oh,
would have
two.
done his
Yeah.
move. He would have
Yeah.
he still would have had a focus, I think, so he would have claimed focus.
Mhm.
So Rick, probably the same outcome, but would have given you a chance. Rick would have had the outmaneuver shot as well.
Right, and Poe's only on 3, so
Right. Extra die too, because I think Poe did Poe do the no, Poe did 2.
Poe did yeah.
So
But I mean,
I mean-
still one die against 3. You know,
what a
and
good
Poe would
game.
have had to spend the mod. Yeah. So if Poe had to spend the focus too, yeah, then that means that Tucker shot would have gone through as well.
Oh,
We
that's
got
right.
one
Poe
hand
would
through.
have. There's a chance Poe would have already spent. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, what could have been?
Boy, what an amazing close game. I mean, it also would have been a different game if Merle accidentally went down.
Yeah, Merle. I mean, Merle almost did. If only it was
Boy,
range 1.
I will say, great job to Ruben really pulling this back and making it as close a game as it was. And Teddy
Yeah,
did a great job calling the right joust and positioning his ships in ways that he could really capitalize on it.
Yeah, after that joust, it was kind of easy to think that Teddy had this one in the bag, but Ruben really
Yeah.
played the objectives well, really played his
Yeah.
shots well, and pulled this one.
And made good maneuvers that, if things just went a little bit different, yeah, it could have been a different game. I think, yeah, both players just did an exceptional job in this one.
Yep. Nickel City X-Wing, baby. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Andrew, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
yeah.
This has been a pleasure.
Anytime you
huge-
want to stop in. Booth is always open.
No, I'd love to. Thank you so much.
And yeah, we'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll see you later. Peace.